Today we're going to make a scrapbook layout using a pocket to hold memorabilia. So let's get started. I have my supplies here. I did a little bit of pre-planning just for video's sake. So I have my designer paper. This is a paper from my Mind's Eye, and this is some paper from Stampin' Up! Their new celebration line. And then this is a scrap piece of that same paper, the back side. And I already pre-stitched on my sewing machine in a zigzag pattern all the way around this just to add some texture. And I just put a piece of Scotch tape on the back to hold the thread. And then I also pre-stitched around this piece of cardstock just to, again, add some texture and color. And this will be my pocket. So my idea of my layout so far is to be like this. My photo will go here on top, and let me just map that down just for some contrast and to make this picture pop a little bit more. So let me trim that down. Okay, so let me adhere that now directly onto the pocket. Okay. And what I'm going to do is on the back I have some sticky strip just on the 3 sides here where I have stitched. And what I'm going to put in this pocket is a postcard from this location of the Mount Rushmore that my daughter wrote on and actually mailed to me while she was there. So I'm going to stick that in this pocket and put a tab on it. So let me finish the layout, and that'll be one of the last things I do. So let me just start adhering the base. So I'm going to lay that to the left of my designer paper here, just leaving a small margin on the left side. Okay, and then I wanted this strip of orange coming down this edge for contrast, but I wanted to punch it using my postage edge punch. So let me punch that. Okay, so I'm going to trim this down so it's a little bit thinner strip, as well as trim it down vertically so it's not the full height. Again, just for visual interest. So this I'm going to add right under here. Just for a pop of color and contrast there. Okay, now this is the base, again, how my layout's going to be. I have some stamping to do, so let's get that going. Move this aside. The stamps I'm using are from Technique Tuesday. This is an Ali Edwards set. This is called the Observant Traveler. This was the June 2011 set. So I'm going to stamp this large image here, and I was going to stamp that on some cream cardstock, and I was going to use Always Artichoke ink, which is a dark green. I'm going to paint that up real good. So a little bit of pressure here. Okay, and it is a little bit distressed, that's how the image is, so that's a pretty good stamp. So before I cut that out, I was going to stamp another word from that stamp set. It says Scenic, so I'm going to stamp that in gray. I'm going to put that right about here. Okay. So now I'm going to take my paper snips and cut that out. Bring my layout back. So I was hoping it will go over here. I'm going to stamp this word, or a little bit more smaller words on this badge from the same set. Okay, and then I'll handwrite the date underneath. So now I can put that actually on some pop dots or some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Okay, and I won't adhere that yet until I get this pocket down. So let me adhere that pocket down. Peel off the sticky strip. Remember, the sticky strip is only on 3 sides to make the pocket. Okay, so now I'm going to put this here. Okay, and for my title, I was going to put down here. I did a trick here on my sticker sheet. So these are from Doodlebug, and I really like the font and the size, but the color just wasn't the right color that I wanted. I wanted it a little more toned down. So what I did was I just mixed a few of my acrylic paints. So I used light buttermilk, this is meadow green, and Liberty blue. I just mixed those up on a little palette and painted right over the letters on the sticker sheet and let it dry. And now I have this font, but in a color more closer to what I wanted. So just a little tip, if you buy some clearance stickers that may not be the nicest color, but it's a nice font, you can always use this technique. So let me spell out my title. Okay, and then I'm going to take that stamp and stamp it here, but now instead of the gray, I'm going to use black just so you can see it better. So I'm going to use Memento black ink. That's the majority of my page. I'm going to add some more embellishments, but let me get the postcard in here. So this will slide right in, but I wanted to put a tab on here. So again, I wanted to use this orange cardstock or designer paper. I'm just going to fold it. And then just for fun, I'll round the corners using my little corner chomper. And now let me just glue that on. So I'm just going to fold it over. Okay, so it will slide right in there. Then I want to embellish some more. Now if you know me or you've seen my other videos, you know that I buy ribbon but I don't use it. So today I thought I would try to incorporate ribbon onto this layout. So I think one thing I wanted to do was color this ribbon by using my distress ink and a sponge dauber and just dabbing it with the ink so it's just not so bright. Do both sides. I think I'm just going to add a little piece of it right here. Just as a little tab there. So I'm going to use my glue dots. And I think I'm going to add a few more stickers down here. I think I want to add more to bring attention to my journaling. Now the other thing I was going to do with this layout is I had more memorabilia to put with this picture, but I wasn't going to do a layout for these postcards and such. So my idea is I'm going to flip it over the back. Sorry for the busy pattern. And I have just this bag from products I ordered online, some packaging material, and I just put sticky strip on it. And I'm just going to stick this on to the back of my layout and then put all the memorabilia, this extra memorabilia, in it. So it's all together. It's acid-free safe because it's wrapped in plastic. It's not touching my layout or my photos. And I don't have to make a layout for all this memorabilia or put it on my actual layout. I can just put it here on the back. And I'm going to take all this memorabilia from their trip and stick it inside this little bag. And I'm just going to leave that open so that if we want to look at it, we can. But that'll go inside my album like this, and I'll just put another layout in the back to hide that. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this layout, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.